You've waited all week for it, and now it's time to wind down and chill with Grit Daily.
Hey everyone, welcome to Wind Down and Chill, and welcome to the weekend. We've got a special treat in store today. Wanted to talk about strawberries. It's just nothing quite goes like with summer, like strawberries. They just go hand in hand, all the strawberry festivals and all of that. And to get into the mood, we wanted to talk to Kate Edgecombe, who is the co-founder of the winery, the Strawberry Wine Company. But more on that later. So let's talk about our theme and why we're tickled pink here at Wind Down and Chill. Well, a couple of things. Like I said, strawberries, strawberry festivals, they just kind of go hand in hand. And to get into the mood, let's set the stage with a bit of music. Trevor Donovan is a country artist and a hottie, and he's got this song, Strawberry Summer, which not only nails the theme, but the whole idea that it's country music is exactly what inspired Kate to launch the Strawberry Wine Company. She was at a country music festival one night and was stunned to hear how many musicians were singing about wine, only to be very disappointed when she went over to the concession stand to see the sad and pathetic collection of wines that were offered there. And she thought to herself, I could do better. So the next morning, she called her friend, the wine boss in Paso Robles, Thomas Booth, and said, "Am I crazy? And is this possible?" He said, "Let's do it." And that's how the winery got started. But anyway, back to the music. The real impetus behind all of this is the 1996 mega hit by Deanna Carter. She is a country musician, and now this video's had close to 60 million views for her song, Strawberry Wine, which is all about that precious age of 17, sort of the summer of your first time, and trying to hang on to all of those childhood memories and summer joys. That's the whole impetus behind the Strawberry Wine Company. So I asked Kate, I said, well, what's the one thing that you really want our listeners to know about the Strawberry Wine Company Rosé? And she was emphatic. It's not made out of strawberries. In fact, it's made out of Petite Verdot grapes. Now, a little bit about this grape. It's commonly found in Bordeaux wines, but it kind of has a tendency to be a late ripener, which did not enamor it to French winemakers, so it kind of fell out of favor. However, it's experiencing a bit of renaissance in California. And so we were curious and wanted to ask Kate a few other questions. Wanted to know, how do you even get started? And say, I'm just going to start a winery? Like, how does that even work? Well, we heard from Kate that she's actually a wine director for a restaurant and wine bar in San Diego. And in that capacity, she's connected to all sorts of folks and winemakers from all over the world. So it was pretty simple for her to put some connections together and move forward with the Strawberry Wine Company. One of the other things that is important that she wanted us to know is that the grapes are all grown in Clarksburg, California. They are sustainably farmed and they are sourced from the farmers who make up the Lodi Rules Collective. At Grit Daily, we're very focused on women entrepreneurs and finding ways to empower women, so I wanted to hear about what she was doing to try to empower other female entrepreneurs. Her response was, hey, stay tuned. I've got a couple of collaboration projects with some really badass women entrepreneurs, so we'll have to stay tuned for that. Now let's talk about the wine itself. And here's the exciting part. If you go to the Strawberry Wine Company website and you use the code WINEDOWN, all capitals, one word, you'll get 15% off. And that's kind of a nice treat. So let's talk about this wine. It's a lovely rosé, off dry, so it's got just a hint of sweetness to it. It's not too dry. And it's got some berry, banana, and light floral notes that come forward. Here's what gets kind of interesting. When you look at the label, it's inked directly onto the bottle for a nice, fresh and clean minimalist look. But here's what's really cool. I was impressed that Kate had the creative insight to put these little icons, strawberries, flowers, berries, and whatnot, to showcase to consumers which notes were going to be present. Really simple, bulleted list, so easy, and say, yeah, I can taste that note and that one. It was just fantastic. I thought it was incredible. Now, when it comes down to what you're going to pair this with, well, of course, there is no other choice other than a strawberry spinach salad. It's light, it's fresh, it's perfect for summer. Pretty easy to make too. Combine some fresh spinach and some chopped fresh strawberries, add goat cheese and candied pecans, and drizzle with a triple berry salad dressing. Totally easy and super delish. Now, when it comes to movies, well, here's a few choices. We've actually got two. What's old is new again, as they say, and there's this 1970 drama which suddenly seems as fresh as the berries that are pulled from the vine. It's called The Strawberry Statement, and it chronicles a college boy's clever plot to meet girls. Okay, you're thinking, yeah, heard that before. But here's where it gets interesting. All that he had to do was join the girls at their protests and proclaim support for their cause. But guess what? The protests turned ugly, and they ended in a violent confrontation with the police. Does that sound familiar? Now, if you're looking for a family-appropriate, happy, stress-free option to wind down and chill and rosé all day, then you can think about the Hallmark movie Strawberry Summer. It's the perfect fit. Think about it. You've got a strawberry festival, a festival queen, a bad boy musician, and yes, of course, it's going to play out to a predictable ending that is as sweet as the berries that he sings about, but there you are. I hope that everybody has a fabulous weekend, and if you get the opportunity, think about doing a rosé all day.
Follow us at Grit Daily on social media and listen to all of our podcasts, including Like a Boss on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, or your favorite platform. For special guest submissions, email Loralyn at gritdaily.com.